Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to come back with a piercing tour because I know you guys are really interested in my piercings and stuff, and I've been gone for so long and I have so many more piercings now, so I want to do a piercing tour and then I'm gonna rate the pain of every single piercing that I've had because I've been wanting to do this in a TikTok, but it also makes sense to do it in a YouTube video too. I'm not really gonna go in any specific order. I'm just gonna start on my ears and then my face. So I have these stretched ears. I don't know if you guys used to know, but if you followed my Instagram, I had up to like 28mm plugs. And then when I did take them out for surgery, but I remember they fell out in my sleep one time and I woke up for work and I didn't want to like put it back in immediately. And then just like days went by of me not putting them back in and they just shrunk the fuck up. And I've had them out for at least a year now. And I just ordered a new stretching kit. And so I just stretched this ear to 18mm last night because they've been getting really loose really quick. Like when I first got the kit, I was at a 14mm and now I'm at 18. I'm really trying not to stretch fast because I finally have like thick, healthy lobes again. Like, I'll take it out for you. Like, they don't look that great, but I finally have like pretty nice, healthy, thick lobes. Like, they used to be way thinner because I stretched up so goddamn fast. But this ear, this is at 16mm because I kind of like, it fell out while I was sleeping and it was ready to stretch to 18mm, but now it's not. So next I have my eyebrow piercings, and I've had eyebrow piercings all on my eyebrows. I've had them up here, 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 here. I've just been trying to figure out which placement will actually stay because my eyebrows always reject and I'm so tired of it. And I feel like these ones well, they don't exactly reject. They never come out of my skin, but they always have bumps, so I feel like they're rejecting, but they've never like fully rejected or like come out on me. It's just I know like my body doesn't like the piercing, so I take it out. It was the same way with my bridge, but I really like having eyebrows in the middle and I'm hoping I can actually keep them here this time. Next, my high nostrils. You can't really notice them too well. These ones, I didn't even ever think about high nostrils until this year when I saw so many people having them, and then like the chains on them. When these are all the way healed, because I've only had them for about a month, maybe almost 2 months. I've had them at least like 6 weeks and they aren't that bad. People say that they hurt more than like regular nostrils, but honestly the regular nostrils hurt me more, to be real. But yeah, my plan is to put a chain. I should stop touching them. My plan is to put a chain on them and then a chain on my other like regular nostrils and have a double chain. I just think that would look super cute. So yeah, moving on to my other nostrils. I've had these since I was like 12. These are the same nostrils from the piercing video where my mom like pierced it. A lot of my piercings I like keep re-piercing because I'm trying to figure out what placement I like the best. Like my high nostrils, I had them pierced higher and closer in before, and then I decided I wanted them more out, so like it was a line like going down like this instead of like this, but it still is kind of like this because I couldn't get them all the way out here like I wanted. So then I have my forward facing nostrils, which actually they used to be further out. They used to be like right here, but I wanted them to be like on the very tippiest part of my nose that I could get. And so I re-pierced them again. They really aren't that bad. Like they heal like a regular, people say it like is harder to heal, but I feel like they heal like a regular nostril piercing. Of course it's gonna get a bump. Nostril piercings, they like always get a bump. But these ones, they got a bump, and then once the bump went away, like, it's absolutely fine. So next are, like, these are canine bites, really, but I just count them as snake bites and angel bites. Listen up. These are angel bites. They go through... look at my teeth. I got my braces off. Don't they look beautiful? I'm sorry I spit on you. But these go through the lip, like this tissue, These are angel fangs. They actually go through the lip. Sorry, I know I said lip earlier, but I didn't mean that. Like, I don't know what to call this skin. This is a gestrum. It goes through the lip too. It's just a straight up vertical labrae. And then these are my dahlias. These, oh my god. Everyone says they're such a hard heal, but like lip piercings are so easy to heal for me. Like, at least, maybe it's just my body, but I didn't have to do a lot of downsizing. Like, I've only had to do like 1 or 2 downsizes. The first downsize was because like the swelling went down, and then the second downsize was just because like I felt like the bars could be even shorter. Like, they didn't need to be shorter, but I just felt like they could. And since they're so short, it's like, hold on, my skin, like, it's nestled into a pocket. It's not embedded, but I see it doesn't touch my teeth at all. Ugh, this looks so gross, to be real. But yeah, lip piercings, they're supposed to like not embed, but get nestled in a little pocket so they won't be touching your teeth. Like, the jewelry should be a length where it's not too tight and like getting like stuck in there. But you know what, I'm done explaining. I don't feel like explaining that anymore. So I messaged myself. I have a little note going of all the piercings I've gotten and like me rating the pain of them. So I got it on my other phone. This is the Z Flip. It's so cool. I got it to game on, and honestly I don't use it that much, but it is nice to have around. It was like a waste of $600 though, but honestly it's worth it to me because I like playing Pokemon with cheats on, and you can't really get cheats on iPhone like emulators, but I hear that the Google Play Store, you're gonna be able to download shit from that on the iPhone in like 2024. And honestly, that will make this phone obsolete for me if I can download like a drastic emulator on my iPhone. At number 1, I have my vertical clitoral hood. That piercing was so painful. I was like literally thinking like, oh, it's not gonna be like that bad because it's in my mucous membrane, and like it's just such a like tiny amount of skin to pierce, and it's so easy. It's like webbing, like a smiley piercing. Like, that's what it looks like to me, you know. The clitoris has like webbing like a smiley, and it's just like soft and like stretchy. So I thought it would be like a smiley where it's not that painful, but it was literally, my plug just fell out. It was literally a 10 out of 10. Like, when he pierced it, I was like, oh! Like, my whole body like tensed up. I felt so bad. Like, I wasn't anticipating that, and I usually don't like move when I get piercings or anything like that, but this time it was definitely crazy. But it healed very well. Because it's in the mucous membrane, again, like those piercings tend to heal very fast. And honestly, I only like cleaned it when I cleaned my hoo-ha in the shower, and it was really fine. Like, it didn't hurt afterwards. Like, immediately after getting the piercing, there was no pain, and it felt like it had never happened. But when the needle was going through, it was like the worst pain ever. But that piercing never bothered me. It was super easy to heal. Like, I'd really recommend it. Like, it doesn't rub against anything or feel uncomfortable at all. So oh my god, I forgot this in my piercing tour, but my nipples, which I remember when I pierced them, like when I was 14, that was a crazy time. But my nipples, they're like usually an 8 to 9 out of 10 to pierce. Right now, I have one vertical nipple and then one horizontal nipple because I want to do like a vertical cross and then like a horizontal cross on them. I think it'll look really cool, but my piercings have been taking forever to heal. But honestly, I didn't even get them a year ago, so they're just finally now calming down. But it sucks because the first time I ever pierced my nipples, they healed like immediately. Like, they never got gunk, they never got bumps. Like, it was a super easy time healing them. But this time I got someone else to pierce them, and it hurts so bad. But I think it hurt just as much as when I pierced them myself. But I think they went too like deep in, and so it's way too close to my areola. Like, I feel like I almost have an areola piercing, but I'm just gonna try and heal it and see what happens because I really don't want to get it pierced again. And if it like is kind of in the areola and doesn't cause me issues, then like, why not, you know? Third, I have the gestrum piercing, And that for me, it was a 7 out of 10. It was super like painful because I got it in the winter when it was really cold out and I was really dry. My lips were super chapped and the lady doing it went super slow too. It's crazy because like my angel fangs, they barely hurt at all. Like I pierced them myself and they barely hurt at all. But the Gestrum, I got it done in a shop. That was that one fucked up shop I went to that had 4-star reviews. Like it's so misleading. Shops will have 4-star reviews because like they get thousands of people coming to them who don't know shit about piercing and they don't even realize like the piercer is doing it all wrong and that's a terrible shop. So like, ugh, it gets me heated. So next I have the vertical labrae. Like it would be these piercings, but here I used to have 2 double vertical labraes on my bottom lip that kind of like resembled like snake bites or something like that. I guess it more resembled like dolphin bites, which I also had dolphin bites that I retired. But those piercings, those were like, I wrote down, yeah, this is a 6 out of 10. Those, my lips were also chapped for that. I would make sure if you're going to get a lip piercing, like the week up to it, make sure you're moisturizing your lips all the time and come in with moisturized lips. Do like scrubs and stuff. Make sure it doesn't have to go through like dry, dead skin. So next is my conch. I actually have a lot of like scarring on my ear from getting ear piercings before. Oh my god, I forgot in my tour my like fucking helix piercing. I'll come back to that. But my conch, that was a 5 out of 10. And it just, I didn't have it in for long, but I could already tell that it was not gonna have a good time healing. So I just took it out. I was like, I'm not trying to deal with like healing an ear piercing. I hate getting ear piercings because they hurt like they hurt to heal way more than face piercings. And it's like you can't sleep on your side. You're like restricted in all kinds of things, like putting on your headphones too. You gotta be gentle and it's hard to remember they're there. Next is my Medusa, which I retired, but I still have the scar right here. You can't really tell, but oh, my lips look bad. I still have the scar, and that one, that was a 4 out of 10. Everyone says they're really painful, but I really didn't have that bad of a time getting it, and it was over super quick, and it didn't swell that much either. So number 7 is my helix, which that was like a 3 out of 10. It really just stung more than like it actually hurt. And healing it, usually I have a terrible time healing ear piercings, but this one I left it alone and it just healed up fine, I guess. And then I had to take it out when I got surgery and I didn't put it back in until like midway this year, so the hole was still open. And that's crazy to me that a piercing hole can stay open after all these years. Like some piercings actually do stay open. Like it just amazed me that I had it out for a whole year and I slid it in just fine. So next is my dolphin bites, which I just took them out. Like these are where they came out. You can't really, it's healed up on the inside of my lip now, but my dolphin bites were super easy, although they did swell a lot. And I didn't really like the angle the piercer pierced them at. Like they were trying to pierce it so that it didn't touch my teeth. And yeah, it didn't touch my teeth, but when I would want to like wear certain jewelry, the angle was downward instead of like going straight out. So I couldn't really put cute jewelry in it. I could only like really wear balls and spikes in it. And I just decided it was like not good enough for my setup. Like I just took them out. So next is snake bites. I've had my snake bites done twice, I think. I believe I had snake bites that were right here before. I don't even know why I got snake bites like that. That was a crazy thing to do for me because actually it's not. I don't know why I said that. But the snake bites, they only hurt like 2.5 out of 10. I accidentally, oh my god, I hit a nerve when I did this one and it was like all bruised up, but it was fine after. So like, does hitting a nerve really like, I think I just nicked it. Does hitting a nerve really like do anything if you do that? Like, I don't know, people will say you'll get paralyzed, but like we don't see a lot of people coming out getting paralyzed unless they're just like too embarrassed or something. Okay, next up is my angel bites, which these were also like a 2.5 out of 10. They really, like, I feel like piercing through the lip, I don't have a lot of feeling in these parts of my face, like they never hurt that bad. The most like hurtful piercing is usually my nose because the like, I don't even know. I can't explain it. I don't feel like thinking about how to explain it. So next up is my angel fangs, which were literally like just a 2 out of 10. Like compared to my gestrum, which was like a 7 out of 10, these ones were so much easier. Like the needle just like slid through. So ĺभRAY, I have ĺഭRAY separately from all these different ones, but like that's also a 2 out of 10 to me. So my mantis piercings, these were also a 2 out of 10. They didn't really hurt that bad, but when I go to pierce like up here, any part up here on my cartilage hurts way more because this is like really thin, soft tissue. Like you can tell the tissue is different down here than it is up here. Like this is way thicker cartilage and it hurt way more to like get pierced here than to pierce here. I used to have 2 nostril piercings right here that were like, you know, going down with this, but I just felt like it contoured my nose in a weird way, so I just took them out. Honestly, this list, we're getting to the 2 ones. Sorry, I got cut off because my phone ran out of storage. I have this list in order from most painful to least painful piercing, so that's kind of how we're going down it. I just did navel. Now eyebrow for me, one time I got them pierced and it was like a 0 out of 10, but they usually range from like 0 to 3 out of 10. They're really not, you would think they'd be more painful because like the skin there is like super thick. It's just terrible to think about, but I feel like when there's a lubricated needle, it's really easy, like a slice of cake. So nostrils, honestly, those range from 1 to 4 out of 10 for me. And like I said earlier, the thicker part of the cartilage, it hurts way more, except my high nostrils. Oh my god, yeah, they're the next on the list. My high nostrils, they're like a 1 to 2 out of 10. They hurt way less than my regular nostril piercings to get for some reason. So next I have lobe piercings, which lobe piercings, depending on how they're done, usually don't hurt that much. Like when I got them done with a gun as a kid, they did hurt a lot to have because it was really traumatizing. But these are still the same lobes I've had since like I was a kid. But I've gotten my lobes pierced as a kid like 7 different times because I wasn't taking care of them. They kept falling out and I just kept getting them. But these, I think they are Claire's piercings. I can't remember though, but I'm pretty sure they are Claire's piercings because I don't ever remember piercing my earlobes. So next is septum. The septum for me was a 0, but the worst part about it was that I could hear the skin like tearing as it went through. But I'm so surprised I got my septum. I don't have it in right now. I have a tunnel in. I just I was at 2 gauge. Oh, I forgot my septum in the tour too, but I was at 2 gauge. And then I tried to put a silicone tunnel in so that I could just like stack rings in my septum. But I think the flares of the tunnel like really irritated my piercing. Like I took it out because my nose was so swollen. It was honestly scary. And there was like pus on it and shit too. It was so gross. And then I had to downsize. I went to 4.5 millimeters first, and now I'm at 5 millimeters. And if you know, 2 gauge is 6 millimeters, so I only have 1 millimeter to go back up. And then I want to start stacking rings in my septum again. I want to do like gold 8G rings, like 2 stacked, and then 1 like 10 gauge ring stacked. I think like a bigger jewelry stack could look really cool. So next up, my dahlias. They literally didn't hurt at all. Like I don't know what else to say. They just didn't hurt. My forehead surface piercing, that one also didn't hurt. People say they like think it's really painful and hard to get the jewelry in, but it's really not if you're working with an experienced piercer. Next is my microdermal, which that I got it for free, thank God, because if I paid money for it to just fall out, I would have been so mad. But yeah, it ended up falling out in my sleep. Like one leg came out, and then I kind of accidentally scratched my forehead and the other one came out. So I was just out of a dermal, which honestly, I should have worn a band-aid at night like they recommended. But I was like, I'll be all right. It's not gonna come out. That shit came out so easily. So next is my bridge, smiley, and tongue web. Smiley and tongue web, they're both mucus brain. Like they didn't hurt at all. And then my bridge, that one also, it was a 0 out of 10 for me. Like, I don't know how, but it just didn't hurt that much. I feel like nostril piercings hurt the most to me, and then like some lip piercings can kind of get up there with their pain. But yeah, those are all the piercings that I've had, and those are all the pains for them and my like experiences on them. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here because it is really long, but thank you guys for watching.